Sorry, good morning, everybody. Uh, my breakfast is trying to talk back to me. Very rarity on my case. Um, I might have two videos for today. One is going to be this one, and the other one might be a bit on the last part of chapter 2 in the Hagee book. I just got done reading everybody's comments about the last video I did. Beautiful, lovely, great comments. Those of you who know me, which most of you who make comments know me well enough to yeah. Sorry, my brain is a little like, it's great to wake up feeling good and alive and vibrant and just feeling better. Most likely because of the fact that I got a great night's sleep with very little disturbance. Yes, I woke up briefly when the today's trash pickup day, so I woke up when they drove by about 9ish in the morning. It was more like, oh, trash guy, okay, type situation. But to wake up feeling vibrant and alive and energized and a whole lot better than I have been in the last 3 days, and then seeing all these beautiful comments just kind of like increases that that energy flow. Sorry, as you can tell, those comments were quite touching. But as I was saying, when I do these videos, I do them wholeheartedly. I don't half-ass it. I don't half-heart it. I don't just go, oh, I'm just doing these videos to make money. No, that's not. When I started this channel, before it started earning money, it was not about the money factor. It was not like 100% about the money factor. Yes, the money factor is great because it helps my income and whatnot. It helps my household. But I do these videos because I want to. And I'm doing these videos for the factor of I feel good about my videos. And I feel, like I get a sense of purpose. And this is not a sense of purpose for any other reasons but my own psyche, my own heart, whatever you want to call it. It's nothing about my physical aspects. It's not about my pocketbook. I've never did it. One of the reasons why me and Jerry don't sponsor, we don't get paid to sponsor anything or anyone. If we choose to talk about a product or a company or a person that wants us to talk about them, we're not doing it for the income. We're doing it because we like the product or we like the company or we like that person. Not too far back, I was asked to do a shout out for somebody's birthday. I didn't know the person personally, but because I was asked by a regular viewer to do this, I was like, sure, why not? Why not? Why not get a little personal with my viewers and let them know that somebody out there appreciates them and wants somebody else to let them know. Because a lot of times our family or our close friends and whatnot try their best to show appreciation in one way or another, throw them a birthday party, give them a gift, something along that line. And a lot of times we take it for granted. I mean, I know I'm one of those people who sometimes take a lot of things for granted and go, oh, I didn't get what I want, or oh, nobody wished me a birthday, whatever. But then you have a complete and utter stranger who gives out a shout out for that person's birthday and whatnot. It gives them a different perspective and appreciation for the people around them. I know the old adage, oh, it just slipped my mind. Familiarity builds contempt or something along that line. I'm pretty sure you guys might understand what I'm trying to say. But this particular video, I want to talk about how I'm doing. How things have been going. Excuse me. I'm glad I have a handkerchief today because I have a feeling this is going to be an emotional morning. Um, all good emotions. Oh, mom's talking to Jerry out in the living room. I can hear them talking. Um, Friday, Saturday, and no, I take it back. Friday was a good day. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, the weather had been dreary 3 days straight, and I had been having issues with just between the bad weather, the discomfort in sleeping, the lack of sleep. A whole lot of different physical and emotional things were going on. And what makes things even worse for me is even when Jerry's not trying to show me how much she's in pain or anything like that, because we've been getting together so long, I can sense it. So a lot of different things were building up. And yesterday was just the breaking point. Yesterday was just kind of like, I got up, I knew I was tired, I was sore and whatnot. I came in here and I did my best to do a video. And obviously by your guys' comments, it was a very good best. Sorry, I can't see straight today. I've been having problems with my eyes. I think I need to go get them examined. So yesterday was kind of one of those days like I was just like, I was emotionally and physically not here. I mean, I was literally withdrawn from everything. I did the video, I went out in the living room, and I sat down, and I just kind of went, Crash City. Not that I fell asleep or anything like that. It was more like, I just didn't want to do anything. Everything made me cranky. I couldn't think straight. All the attempts Jerry Ann made for a positive day just was met with discontent and annoyance. I had to literally step away from everything and go. I didn't go to sleep. I just laid down in the dark of our bedroom. Had a little bit of a emotional wreck type situation. But once I sat in the dark where nobody was bugging me and just laid there in bed and mulled things over. I almost said mule when I meant mauled. And I was like, oh, how long have we been living in this house? How long have we been in Missouri? I was just trying to look at like dates, times, and how long. And my brain realized, oh, this is why you're getting emotionally upset. It's not just the weather. It's not just the physical lack of sleep and the physical pain, but your safety, your my mental safety mechanisms or whatnot have failed. And what I mean by that is the factor, I don't go checking off dates. I don't go keeping track of time. I don't go around trying to calculate how long I've been in one location. But because growing up in the military, and I know it's kind of like a crutch to be blaming the military because that was 40 some odd years ago. No, 30, let's see, I was 19, so about 35 years or so ago, Dad retired from the military. 84? Yeah, 84. But when you grow up in an environment where every so many years you move to a new location, whether it's a new state, new country, new part of the same city, same state, but you're just in a new location with new scenery. And my brain went, that's why you're getting upset. You've been stuck in one place for more than 3 to 4 years. You're wanting to see new things, new scenery, new environment, new whatever. You want a lot of new stuff. That's one of the reasons why I always felt that being living in an RV and being a gypsy would appeal to me because you're constantly moving someplace new. You're constantly seeing new stuff. Yeah, you might drive to a certain part of the country and park the vehicle there, the RV there, and stay there for a short period of time to see all the sights and then move on to the next location, next city, next town. Some people would probably get bored of that after a while. I don't know if I would or not, because I like the adventure. I like seeing new stuff. I like new scenery. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm so happy to try to stay here, but at the same time, rearrange furniture, rearrange the rooms, new decorations, new decor, new settings for the furniture and whatnot. And that's what we're trying to do for the bedroom. So, I mean, I don't know if that will work for my condition or whatnot, but it's one of those things where it's like, if I had, how did I put it to Jerry Ann? Because I talked to Jerry Ann about this. I told her I think I know what the problem is, and I explained myself and whatnot, and she kind of understood, but at the same time, she understood my struggle for trying to be happy and whatnot here at this house, because this is a perfect house. We're not in the middle of a big noisy city. We do have neighbors and whatnot that can be noisy during the daytime or various times of the day, but we can sit in our living room, have the curtain drawn open at the Arcadia door. Yes, we see our neighbor across the street, but we also can look off to the side. There's houses in the distance, but there's this nice big field where we've seen deer, we've seen foxes, we've seen groundhog, we've seen armadillo. We have our 2 or 3 stray feral type cats roaming around the neighborhood, which is great for keeping the mice away from the house. We've seen rabbit, squirrels, unfortunately raccoons. Those little buggers like to get into my trash. And I'm trying to decrease the amount of food garbage that goes out in the trash by consuming as much of it as possible. But they seem to still want to get into their trash for the smelly parts. I try to throw out vegetation out onto my grass so the critters can have that instead of trying to dig through my trash. And I've got a fairly good locking mechanism on my trash can, but they seem to be able to squeeze their little butts into the areas between the lid and the actual can. They can get in there. There's one day I could have swore I saw one climb in there, and I walked over to the trash can. I just got home from work, and I could have swore I saw his tail going to the trash can. I walked over to the trash can and just slammed really hard on top of the trash can to scare the dickens out of it. As much as I love animals, raccoons are the one critter when it comes to human interaction that just like, get your grubby little paws out of my garbage. But I explained to her I would love to be able to afford to have an RV to during this time of year, during the warmer months, go traveling and whatnot. But I love this house as well. I mean, I could not ask for a more perfect in-town living condition. Yes, I would prefer to have a house or a cabin out in the middle of the woods where, yes, I would probably have to deal with bigger and more annoying critters besides raccoons, snakes, coyotes. There have been the odd sighting outside of town of bobcat and mountain lions. Bear, we have our black bears. I don't know if we have his slightly larger brown bear, non-grizzly type bear here in Missouri, but brown bear and whatnot. But then, I could set up a feeding station far enough away from the house with a motion sensor camera to see what kind of critters I get out there, deer, fox, coyote, who knows what kind of critters. But since I don't plan on having a farmstead, I don't have to worry about most of those kind of critters, because the coyotes especially like to try to get into chicken coops. That's why for a while, and I think they still have it here in the state of Missouri, there's a $10 bounty on coyotes because they become nuisance for the farmers. Do I like that idea? No. Would I want to go out there and protect my farm, my farm animals if I had a farm? Yes. Excuse me, my forehead is very itchy this morning. It's that dry patch that I need to stop picking at and get some oil on it, vitamin D oil, vitamin E oil. But the last 3 days have been somewhat of a roller coaster ride because of the events on Saturday. Jerry Ann and I both wanted a physical day off. We basically wanted to not have to worry about physical work, period. And that's when I came in here and did a bunch of work on my personal projects. Sunday, me and Jerry had agreed that Sunday will be the 1 out of 2 days that we decide to basically rest and do virtually nothing. Monday, Tuesday, we were going to do stuff around the house. Wednesday was going to be the second day of rest to basically just do. So, Wednesday is going to be kind of like one of those, either we're going to rest, have a day of actual physical R&R, or we're going to use it to try to catch up on a lot of stuff that we didn't get done Monday and Tuesday. And then Thursday, Friday was supposed to be basically there's the days that she wants me to set aside to help her work on her YouTube channel, to try to get her crafting channel, to try to get it built back up. And then Friday was supposed to be another we're going to do YouTube creation day, where she might work on an art project of her, or a DIY or some sort of project of hers, and I was going to either we're going to do a joint collaboration where we both put it on each other's channel. We'll record it, I'll put it on my channel, she'll put it on her channel, a cooking video, some sort of either a baking or actual did a meal prep cook video type thing. That's what we worked on yesterday evening, because I said I need to figure out a way so I have an idea of what each day we're going to attempt to do. Yesterday, because of the factor, it fell through because of my emotional state of mind. But yesterday was supposed to be house chores, laundry, yesterday was supposed to be laundry, which I got done. I got to finish up this morning. Change the filter, which did not do. Change the light bulbs on the carport because all but one are burnt out of the 4. Help mom with some of her little things that she needed done. We gave her for Mother's Day a single clothes hook, like you hang your robe on, that looked like a koala bear. She loves koala, so we gave that to her for Mother's Day. So I got to hang that up for her. Today is Tuesday and Monday nights. Every Monday night, no matter what we do, is supposed to be trash day. So Mondays were supposed to be like, here's our little rundown. Sunday, day off. Monday, housework. Tuesday, purge or housework, basically projects that we need to do for running the house. Wednesday is supposed to be a day off, or basically try to get some of the things that we might have missed on the other 2 days done, like lightweight, very little to no physical work. Thursday we set up for cooking. Friday was supposed to be crafting for her channel. And then Saturday was supposed to be basically, we marked it as miscellaneous, which basically means either finish up stuff around the house or have a go out, family outing day or family adventure day or whatever. This particular weekend is basically going to be Saturday. We're going to prep for Illinois, basically get our bags packed and whatever we think we need to take with us for Illinois. Sunday and Monday will be in Illinois, and then we're spending the night in Illinois because Jerry doesn't think she can drive, all the way there and then all the way back in a day. So we're going to spend the night in Illinois at a hotel, and then Monday morning we're going to come back to Rolla. So we have a basic idea of what we want to do each day, and in the actual day, the day column, like my little book basically breaks it down day by day. We get a glance. There's no like time frames, so I don't have to stress about, oh, we're gonna get it done and we gotta start this and blah blah blah, yada yada, like I used to. This just basically, it's the day. So we write down in the day what we want to try to accomplish that day. If we don't accomplish it, just let it be. Give it the grace of the fact that it wasn't meant to be fully finished on that day. Like, we're going to try to go finish up in the bedroom. We're going to try to finally finish the purging and prepping for the day, for our bedroom. And one of the things that we got to do that is on my shoulders is Diane's going to help me measure the room. So we're going to measure the full room, and then we're going to measure each piece of furniture that's going to stay in that room. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here, pull out my drafting papers and whatnot, draw the dimensions of the room itself, and then take on a separate piece of paper, draw each piece of furniture, cut the piece of furniture out so we can lay it down on the floor plan of what the room size is, so we can determine where each piece of furniture we want in there goes. So we got to go in there, measure the bedroom, measure the bed, measure the nightstands, measure the dressers that are going to be in there, go into the craft room, measure that click-clack couch, and then go and measure the entertainment hutch or entertainment cabinet for the TV, because we're moving it into that room and replacing it with our old one. And we just got to figure out the dimensions and whatnot. So that's what part of today is going to detail. That, in fact, I want to try to get at least Mom's 2 things done and out of the way so I can cross it off my list, so I don't have to transfer it to next week. Wednesday, Jerry might take the day off and relax, but I might try to finish up some of the smaller projects like changing the light bulbs and whatnot. But we're trying to make our lives a little bit more easier, more manageable, less stressful. Put it this way, we're just trying to make our lives a little bit less stressful with all the things that we want to do. One of the other things that we did yesterday, which not really all your, not really your business, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of a picture. Being as we now know what our money situation is and how long we can stretch it out, we sat down and did a budget to see how much money we have, see the bills that we need to pay, and then see what's left over by the end of June. Because at this point in time, it looks like if I have to get a job outside the house, it will have to be around the end of June, mid-July, thereabouts. It depends on 3 things. How much money we spend of the money that's left over after figuring out 2 months worth of bills. How much money we're making via YouTube. And the third and final one, which is one of those, like, we're not going to rely on it, but if it happens, it happens. We're under the process of trying to get our different sources of financing, as well as Easter egg. Well, I don't know if I want to call it Easter egg or nest egg money or what, but we're trying we're looking at different things to see how long we can forgo me having to worry about getting an extra job. Best case scenario, between DoorDash, and I didn't even talk about DoorDash, between DoorDash and YouTube, if we were making enough money to pay our bills and whatnot and not have to worry about robbing Peter to pay Paul type situation, I may not have to get a job outside of the house. Worst case scenario is we're making money, but I need to do at least a part-time job outside the house to make enough to get by. A lot of people have asked me, are you worried about it? Why aren't you worried about it? Why aren't you, why don't you have this concern? Well, simple. I have learned over the last 2 decades that anytime I start to worry about what the future is going to be, the future gets messed up. Things get just thrown totally and utterly out of whack. There's no reason to worry about the future. That, in fact, I've learned through a multitude of sources and a multitude of stories and a multitude of, however you want to put it. And I said this to one person because I have learned to take all my concerns and all my worries about the future, gather them up in a nice big bundle, and drop them at God's feet. Let God deal with it. If God determines that I have to get a job, I will go get a job. If God determines that I don't need to get a job, that I will be taken care of, that I will be earning enough money to deal with mankind's evils and the necessities of modern day society's financial life, it will be taken care of. So I basically dropped him off at God's feet and forgot about him to let him determine my course. I'm not allowing the attitudes or the modern day world's demands for financial aspects. I don't worry about that no more. Because one, I have seen how money can be a burden, a curse, and a problem. Diane and I sit down, look at what we have, look at what we need to use it for, and that's it. We just know that we have X amount of dollars on the side for emergencies or necessities. We're not going to go, oh, we've got an extra whatever, let's go have a party. No. Yes, it would be nice if the two of us can get out and do something nice as a couple every so often, but I'm not going to be overly concerned about it. It's not necessary. It's just one of those things that's just going to give you a headache and cause you more stress and make your life more miserable because you're overly concerned about the future. Heck, for as I know, we can go to bed tonight, wake up tomorrow morning, and the world has been thrown into chaos, and money is no longer a viable means of currency or whatever. Because the world nowadays runs primarily by computers, somebody with enough skills can hack into the World Financial Bank or whatever and shut down everybody, shut down America, shut down all the financial aspects of America, Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa, South America. The whole world could get shut down financially. Heck, scientists are talking about all these different comets and asteroids and whatnot that could either skim the Earth's upper atmosphere, wreaking havoc with anything and everything digital, electronically. And if the world's finances is controlled by a computer or monitored by a computer, and that computer gets zapped, guess what? We can sit there and look at our bank accounts tomorrow morning and see that we all have zeros, or we can look at the bank account tomorrow and see that we have thousands, maybe $1 million or more in our accounts that we go, well, where'd that come from? And if that happens, well, what can we do? What can we do? I mean, I used to laugh at stories about my grandparents, not my dad's parents, but like my great grandparents, put it that way, where they didn't trust the banks, and every penny that they earned was stuffed in a mattress or hidden in a floorboard or something like that, and I was just kind of like, what? But now that I think about it, I'm like, I've got two jars, two mason jars full of pocket change that I've been collecting for the last year. No, I take that back. Probably since December, so last 6 months. I keep on saying to myself, I need to take this to bank. I need to take this to bank. I'm thinking about the possibility of what happens if, all my money is in the bank. I wake up tomorrow morning and somehow the financial institute of the world gets shut down. But I don't worry anymore. I have decided, thanks to a lot of different resources and a lot of different things I've been reading, I realize my worries, my concerns, they're small compared to some of the things I've read about. And like I said, why worry about tomorrow when there's enough to worry about today? This is in the Bible. It's a biblical quote right there. Why worry about your woes of tomorrow when you have enough to worry about today? The past is the past. There's nothing you can do about it, except for maybe pay your dues or pay for whatever you might have done wrong. Today, there's enough things to worry about today. Tomorrow will be tomorrow no matter what. We can't really focus on tomorrow because we don't know what tomorrow is going to be like. It's starting to get nice and sunny. They're talking about rain showers up north, and I watched my radar and it looked like it was coming right at me. Then about the time it was supposed to hit Rolla, it just went beep, over Rolla, boop, back down on the other side of Rolla, and kept going east. And I just kind of went, yeah, that's typical Rolla weather. Everything around us is going to get rain, but we're going to get nothing. I'm looking outside. It's like, okay, it's partly cloudy. It's a little bit breezy. But there's nothing I can do about that. That's nature. Nature does her own dang thing. I can only sit here and go, what can I do to work with nature? It's one of the things I've learned about reading, it's one of the things I learned here reading Hagee. There's nothing we can do about nature but go out there and enjoy it. Just be prepared for whatever, If I decide to go out, and I decide to go out and about, maybe up north, because up north is where all the rain is happening. Bring my raincoat. Bring a slightly warmer set of clothes. It's only supposed to get into the low, 63 degrees today. But it's funny, I was looking at the weather report and it says by Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, strong chances of rain showers and thunderstorms, but the temperatures are going to be in the upper 60s to lower 70s. And I went, that's typical normal spring type weather that I expected started back in April. It's a month late. Why? I don't know. Nature's doing something different. Things are changing globally. The world is basically, the world of man is in a chaotic tailspin because we can't control nature. Well, we wouldn't have as many problems as we have now if it wasn't for global warming and ice melting and just all the different things that we basically caused Mother Nature to do I don't want to say in retaliation for all the pollutants that we've been doing, but just in her way of trying to fix a problem that we, the children of the world, created. You know. But anyhow, that's what's been happening lately around here, and what I've been trying to do to deal with my issues and whatnot. But I don't want anybody to worry about me or Jerry. We are doing fine. We are doing our best to keep our heads above water, and we've been doing a really darn good job. We're afloat. That's all I can say is we are afloat. We are doing pretty good, and we are doing our best to weather whatever storm comes our way. We do appreciate the positive energy and positive attitudes and polite positive comments and all the things good and right in the world. I'm not going to rehash any of the problems that happened last weekend after the whole losing my job Fandango and people being snobbish, rude, Karens, Beckys, whatever you want to call them nowadays. And we're over it. We are over it. We're just like, this is what we're going to do from now on. It's not going to, it didn't stop or deter me from doing my videos. In fact, it made me do more. It made me want to literally flood the market, flood YouTube with video after video. I literally want to put 2 videos a day out. One on just what's going on, just like a personal vlog, and one about whatever I'm reading at the time, whether it's Hagee or Viking mythology or any one of the subjects that I'm interested in. I don't think there's anything that's going to stop or deter either one of us from doing our videos. Now that Jerry realizes that she needs to get on the ball and try to start making her crafting videos, which was her better channel, we're working on that. I think this week we are literally going to implement this is our week of, this is how we want to do things, this is what we want to try to do, this is how we're going to map it out. Let's see how well it works. Jerry Ann and I both agree that we need to sit down and start doing our meal planning. Now, we both made a decision and a determination that we're going to sit down and we're going to make these schedules and whatnot. We're going to work with these schedules, but they're not written in stone. So for me, who gets anxious or, whatever, not really angry, just like, like having an anxiety situation, I just have to keep on reminding myself, these are the days that we're going to try to plan to do these things. But if we don't get these things done, it's okay. We can move it to next week or one of our down days, whatever. That and a factor, the way Jerry Ann wants to do it, and I agreed, because why am I pushing myself to get everything done within a short period of time when right now it looks like I've got plenty enough time on my hands to get them done at our leisure without being anxious about stuff. So we're gonna keep on plugging away. Can't remember the quote that I just thought about. It is a Shakespearean quote, and the only part of that quote that I can remember is "Let loose the dogs of war." But no, this is not a war situation. It's just one of those things like, be damned the haters, because all you're doing is proving to other people around you how foolhardy you are by hating for no reason. So we are going to keep on hearing a thumping noise outside of my house, and I know it's maybe it's breezy enough to rattle something out there. Or maybe I'm doing it by being so close to my table. I don't know. But we have basically both determined that on our individual channel, that if we get any haters, those haters are going to be dealt with in whatever way we choose to do with it. Whether Jerry Ann tries to educate the haters or I just remove their comments, we're going to deal with it our own way. We're not letting the haters deter us from doing what we feel necessary. This video got a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but that's just because who I am. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. It is, holy moly, it's after 12 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and sign off and do my other video and decide which one I want to put out there. Anyhow, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and put them down in the question comment box. I will deal with it as soon as I see them. And thankfully, I haven't had to do anything drastic. And again, thank all of you for your positive, beautiful comments. If you're new to my channel and decide to join, there's a little bell somewhere down here along the bottom area. Go ahead and click on that bell, and or not a bell, a little subscribe button, and then a bell will pop up. I did that backwards. I'm sorry, folks. There's a button that says subscribe, and click on that. A bell will pop up, and YouTube will let you know when I put in my next video. Until then, goodbye. Have a good day. God bless. See yous.